Hello my lovely bookish friends, welcome back to Francesca's Books. My name is of course Francesca, these are my books and here we talk about all things thriller books. One of my most highly requested videos ever is like a bookshelf tour because I of course sit in front of this bookshelf all the time and I've never really taken you guys around it. So today, because everything is a mess, I'm currently looking at 4 stacks of books on my windowsill. I need to put those away and I want to redecorate a little bit for Halloween, so I thought I would do that while giving you a bit of a bookshelf tour. And at the same time I thought I could pick out my most anticipated reads next, or amazing books that I have read, and just give you guys the general tour. I also have some super spooky Halloween bits and I'm just so excited for autumn. I literally cannot put into words, so I'm gonna sort those out at the end. So grab a brew and let's chat books. So these are the bits you can't see when I'm filming here, but yeah, there tends to be quite a lot of books there, kind of at all times. First, I'm gonna clean out this TBR cart because this was not its intended purpose. It's ended up just kind of gathering things. And I feel I'm not actually gonna have that much room left on my bookshelf, so I feel I actually might need this. This is a load of beauty stuff, which should not be there. That little basket was supposed to be for bookmarks and bookish stuff only. I don't even know what's down here. I mean, these are loads of mood board stuff that I did, which was very fun, but does not belong in the TBR cart. And then what do we have at this side? Oh, they're bookmarks, they can stay. They can stay. I've put loads of cards up here in the past and it's just ended up gathering, and I don't like it. I like everything to be clean, tidy. These are letters that should definitely not be there. More letters. A rogue chocolate bar, I'll have that later. This is actually my makeup, no idea what that's doing there. Okay, everything else is bookish, everything else is bookish. So first I'm gonna put away all these books and then I'm gonna give it a shuffle round, because I feel if I actually sort this to where I want it now and then I add all these books after, it's just gonna be chaos. Oh my gosh. This is also why I sorted out this TBR cart first, because it just works well to move stuff around. Before I put these away, I'm going to very quickly explain how the shelves are set up so it makes a lot more sense for you. So everything down this side here is stuff that I've read. All of it, aside from the bottom shelf. That's a little bit different. And then everything on here is stuff that I haven't read, except from the bottom shelf. And then everything down there is basically hardbacks and is a mix of things I haven't read. And the paperbacks are now seeping down onto this bottom shelf, so I might move all the hardbacks over here so we can continue it, because I'm even having books just sat at the top. When they're on top like this as well, it just tends to be that I've read them recently and can't put them back because there's too many books on the shelf. So this TBR bookcase tends to get a little bit messy, because when I get books from publishers or when I'm working on a specific campaign or when I've just bought books, they don't tend to be shelved properly for a very long time, and that is one of my biggest red flags. So now you have a bit of insight, let's put these back. So I just filmed a 5-star reads video and these two featured very prominently, so these need to go back now. Oh god, I think this is a bigger job than I anticipated actually. So I don't see another way. I'm gonna have to move all these hardbacks that I have read over to the TBR bookcase. So in keeping with the colour theme, I'm gonna try and make it work. Okay, so now I have all this room here, which I can shuffle everything down. Decorations need to be gone. I really like having a mix of actual horizontal and vertical books. I feel it just mixes up the shelves a little bit, so I'm going to try and stick to that theme as much as possible. Okay, now we need to see if I have any books I've read that need to go in that colour coordination. Absolutely fantastic. And then Kill For Me, Kill For You also needs to be shelved with the red books. I just filmed a really spooky thriller reads video, which I will pop up here if you want, but these feature heavily. Okay, now this needs to start green again because I've knocked the greens down here. Okay, looking good. I've also read this that I've just spotted as well. And then there's one more I spotted that I have read. Best book by Riley Sager, I'm calling it. I feel the black books are progressively just gonna go more down and down. Gonna leave a couple there and then bring these down because I need to bring more blue up. Another amazing Riley Sager. Promise this is not a Riley Sager video, but it probably should be. And then we nearly finished for the books that I have read. And since I'm a thriller girl, a lot of my books are blue and black. As you can tell, it's way over half. I like these dark colours, but I figure that kind of makes sense. Perfect. And I'm gonna whack that there. so that they're propped up. Amazing. So they're all properly shelved now. That was actually stressing me out so much. I'm going to put like the actual decorations on at the end because I'm just going to see what I need for this area. Now this is going to be so much more tricky because there are so many more books to shelve. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's start with the bigger ones and put them out the way. I actually have so many candles on this bookshelf. I actually had no idea. And I'm always thinking, oh, I'd love a candle to burn. Shame I don't have any. About 10. My gorgeous, gorgeous friend Hannah got me this that you actually put flowers in and then it's like part of your bookcase. But I just haven't had a chance to put any flowers in it yet, but I absolutely love it. It's so cute. And it says on the front, boundless potential. I don't think you can see because it's see-through. And then she wrote me a little note saying how I have boundless potential, so very cute. But for the meantime, that needs to go out of the way. Sorry, Hannah. This is a notebook, don't know why that's on there. That is a big paperback. That is a big paperback. There's like the American size paperbacks. So I'm going to try and colour coordinate these a bit so it's a bit easier. How cute. Take these plants off, don't need them right now. Another candle. And the final decoration, the nod to my youth. Okay, so this kind of works because there's a lot more room on this bookshelf because obviously it's like my TBR. So a couple of red books that need to go up here. Then a couple of yellow books. Anything green? Is this green or is it blue? Let's put it here anyway. This is going to have to be for moral support or it's going to fall. Okay, so onto blue, and I do have a few actually. Put those there. I actually have so many Christmas books as well, look. 1, 2, 3, 4. That I've always not been able to read for last year, so it's gonna be fun. And apparently we're doing purple on the shelf as well. So I have Cackle, which I'm very excited to read. This spooky season. Can definitely go with the purples. Again, for moral support. This is a non-fic, which I haven't got to because I thought it would do me really good to read some non-fiction and I haven't picked it up. These are like bigger copies. Oh, they're not in the same size. What should I do with those? I also have so many Claire Douglas books that I still need to read and I really like this author as well, so I don't know why I've not got to them. Okay, so now I can stack it a little bit better. I always put bigger books like at the end because then it doesn't like interrupt your flow of books. Oh guys, of course I forgot one that needs to go up there. There we go. I'm gonna read that very soon with Sundown Motel. Very, very soon. And then this is basically just gonna be a shelf of all black books because as I say, as a thriller reader, literally all the spines of all my books are just black. So they can go there. More. And then this one is slightly taller, so I put this again like at the end here. Perfect. Oh, one more. There we go. Gosh, so many added. This is what I was scared of. And then I have some more hardbacks, which I haven't read, and also like some bigger paperbacks. So I'm gonna pop these down here. So the paperbacks are brilliant. They are the right size. They can go with these darker ones for sure. So excited to read this at spooky season. It took me so long to get my hands on a copy. And then this is definitely a bigger paperback that can go there. And I have actually read First I Win, so that needs to go on the other shelf. I don't know if this looks better to you guys, but like, I can't even tell you what that like 5-10 minutes of like just tidying this up has done. It's like rested my brain. So now all the books are actually back on my shelves and on the correct area. I'm going to put all the like decor bits up and then I'll give you the full final tour. So some of these things are actually practical, like as bookends, because there's no way that all of these would just stay up on their own. That looks cute, doesn't it? Other side. Quick coffee break with a spooky mug because the spooky decks are going up now. Oh, after these plants, forgot about the plants. I love these plants. I really want another one like this because I feel like it just adds so much more to my bookshelves. So the first thing I got is a gorgeous little pumpkin spice candle, which honestly smells incredible. Oh, so good. That can go up there, I don't know if you can see that. I also have an actual pumpkin and it lights up. Don't think you can see that either, but that is going Pride of Place. Right there. And then I also have this, I think this is supposed to be like a door knocker, but this is what it does. Oh God, it wasn't turned on. Okay, you ready? Twang. That's why I turned it off, I remember now. Couldn't get the noise to stop. So I'm just gonna pop that in front of my books because I don't feel like there's a sensible place for that, to be honest. And then I have this Happy Halloween sign, but I don't know if it's a bit too tacky. Is it too tacky? I think I'm gonna leave that one out. I literally can't even tell you how good this feels to have everything organised. I actually feel so lucky looking at my books like this. So let's start with what I've read. Up here we have white to red. These are some of my earliest reads actually, like things like Beach Read I read really, really early on. And the book club I read before I was even a reader. What else? A couple of Frida McFadden's. I actually have 2 copies of The Housemaid Watching. I'm not really sure how that happened. And then we come down to the red, orange, yellow ones. Some of my absolute favourites here, Silent Patient and Dark Matter. Then what else do we have? A Will Dean book that I actually didn't recommend, you know. I did not. I really enjoyed The Last Passenger, which is somewhere else on these shelves, but I'm not a fan of that one. And then of course that's Pumpkin Spice Candle. And then the next one is kind of like greens and blues. So yeah, here's The Last Passenger. I absolutely loved it, but I wasn't a fan of the other one. This is super, super underrated if you've never read Lies We Told by Camilla Way. I was slowly making my way through Shari LaPena's backlist. That was the most recent book of hers that I read. More blue books and kind of going on to purple, but this is why I was saying before that like all my thriller books are like can you see how many dark books there are? But it's just the thriller girl life. Loved this book. Super mixed opinions. I loved it. And one of the only fantasy books I've ever been able to get into actually is Belladonna. Really, really enjoyed that. And then I had to kind of squish this plan down a bit. I might be able to find a better home for that, but even more thriller books and the best rom-com ever, Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. If you haven't read it, it's one of the only rom-coms I've ever rated 5-star. Love, love, love. And then I've had to put all these down here now. This shelf was never full before. This is just like purely from the hauls I've done recently. And then, you know, when you get paperbacks like a bigger size, I don't like to put these within the rest because I just feel like it makes it look really messy. So these are literally all red, like all of them. They're on the red shelf, but it gets a bit complicated in a minute. And then this is all a TBR shelf. So when you're watching me film content, anything on this side I haven't actually read because sometimes they get, oh my god, I'm so glad you got that on your shelves, like I'm glad you liked it because I'm gonna read it, and then I'm like, oh god, I haven't actually read it, that's why it's on this shelf, but you guys wouldn't know that. So we have all of these up here, as I was saying before, quite a few Christmas books. So obviously they will come out around Christmas time, but before that you're just not gonna read them, are you? Another Blake Crouch, which I absolutely want to read, but just haven't got around to. Like when there's a shelf this big, it's actually kind of like paralyzing to choose. And then what else do we have? Oh, I got this recently as like a good romance palette cleanser. That sounds really, really good. And I also got these 2 Peter Swanson, which I'm very excited to read. I mean, I'm excited to read everything. Oh, and this is Claire McIntosh's last book that I haven't read yet. And I'm just putting it off because I'm really scared to finish her backlist because I really don't want to. She's literally one of my favourite authors of all time. And then a few more bits here, kind of covered unintentionally by that plant. I'll be reading Cackle over spooky season for sure. And then what do we have here? Those ones are kind of hidden now, but I like that guy. He's cool. And then onto the hardbacks. Most of these I haven't read, and then all of those I haven't read. That is just going to have to be the way it is. These are just mixed now, these hardbacks. I'm not going to shuffle them into have read and haven't read because when I'm filming it just kind of looks better because the shelf cutoff will be like there and then these multicolours will be at the bottom. So I'm not too bothered about that because it's rare that I will go for a hardback anyway. 245. That's how many books I have. So back to my original point of not having thousands of books to look through. That is why I just kind of have my bookshelves arranged how I like, because if I'm looking for something, I'm probably going to be looking for the book cover as opposed to author's name, which is probably quite bad, but that is the effects of like aesthetics on like all these social media platforms that I'm a part of, obviously. So next time you see this, the shelves will probably be slightly different because I obviously buy new books and unhaul books like all the time. So at least they are just tidy for now. And as I literally just finished counting, I actually got Bookmail. So I thought I would really quickly open it. May as well add it to the shelves while we've made a nice organisational video. So this is from HarperCollins, but I don't remember ordering anything. So it might be a little lovely gifted situation. Oh yeah, it's from Avon. I do remember this now. Hi Francesca, we hope you enjoyed reading these upcoming titles. All the best, Emily and the Avon team. It's cute, isn't it? So we've got Every Move You Make by C.L. Taylor, which has just come out in paperback. This came out in hardback and the cover was like really grey. I'll see if I can find a copy and put it here. But when they released it like this in paperback, I was like, how much more interesting does that look? Absolutely love it. And then I have a Christmas thriller. It's too early to be talking about Christmas, very aware. However, Christmas thrillers are something I have never been able to read and enjoy. they just can't get it right. No matter which author I read, I am just very picky, or they're more like mysteries, or they just go far too crazy. I don't think I've ever enjoyed a Christmas thriller, so if you have any good recommendations, please let me know. And I'm really, really hoping that Happy Bloody Christmas will be a good one. Thank you so much for joining me on this slightly chaotic bookshelf organisational tour. I hope that helps and answers some of your questions about like how I organise my bookshelves so that they look like this. The main crux is basically just arranging it by colour and adding a few bits of decor and doing vertical and horizontal styling. But however you organise your bookshelf is completely up to you. If you just have a stack of books in the corner of your room, that also I'm sure will look absolutely beautiful. We're all readers, nobody's here to judge. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I cannot wait to see you next time.